Coming up on this week's CAL FIRE Report, the latest on the state's large fire activity and upcoming fire weather, a brief word from our firefighters on the front lines of one of the largest wildfires so far this year, learn about a new tool to get up-to-date information on fuel reduction projects, and how CAL FIRE is investing in college programs across the state to provide hands-on training for the next generation. Thank you for joining us for the CAL FIRE Report for Monday, August 15, 2022. I'm Battalion Chief Isaac Sanchez. California continues to see a steady increase in fire activity this year, although we've still seen significantly fewer acres burned compared to this time last year. We are currently standing at just over 5,400 fires in 2022 for a total of more than 198,000 acres burned, compared to last year at this time where we saw nearly 6,000 fires for a total of over 1.4 million acres burned. So again, great job everybody for staying diligent out there and preventing the next big wildfire. Currently, firefighters are actively engaged in battling 8 large wildfires across the state, the largest of which is the McKinney Fire in Siskiyou County. Firefighters are nearing full containment with minimal fire activity being observed today. The McKinney Fire is 95% contained at just over 60,000 acres. CAL FIRE is also in unified command with the Six Rivers National Forest on the SRF Lightning Complex. That complex is made up of 12 separate fires. The SRF Lightning Complex is currently at 19,272 acres and 17% contained. However, upcoming warmer, drier weather in the area is expected to increase fire activity on the complex fires today. This week, many parts of the state are expected to see extremely hot temperatures, and we have the potential to see thunderstorms in the northeastern areas of the state Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday and Thursday. It's more important than ever in these high-risk days to be extra diligent to avoid sparking new wildfires. Did you know that around 95% of all wildfires in California are caused by human activity, most of which are started by accident? Your actions can limit the sparks that cause wildfires. Use outdoor equipment before 10 a.m. and never on hot and windy days. Remove any dragging parts from your vehicle. Secure any loose chains. Don't pull your vehicle over into dry grass or brush. And never leave a campfire unattended. To learn more prevention tips, visit readyforwildfire.org. The work of firefighting crews on the ground and in the air is critical to combating the large wildfires across the state. In Notes from the Frontline, we give you an inside look at life for CAL FIRE crews during large incidents.
Our objective today is to move down the fire line on the hose lay right here and mop up 200 feet in.
All units, time of the Oak incident, emergency traffic only on command 1.
Driving up, we seen the big mushroom cloud, obviously, and that's coming in from Merced. Probably 50-foot flame lengths. It was running up in the crown.
Air taxi 7,000, sorry. Helo's 4,500 below.
I actually live in Mid-Pines, about a mile away, so kind of know the area, know the fuel content. You know, we were discussing that on the way up, looking at the smoke, seeing what it's doing, and then before we got dispatched, we were watching it on the webcam out of Mount Bullion, looking at the wind direction, so we we're kind of getting an idea of where it was headed and where the fire spread was going.
Is that nerve-wracking? Like your home's like right down the street there?
It was pretty nerve-wracking. If it would have went on the other side of 140, it probably would have been pretty bad, but just watching it and it was blowing south, I was optimistic, hoping that they could hold 140, and then getting up here was good too, to be in the area.
We did have our firefighter crews that were out doing performing for defensible space, which helped out tremendously on some homes that really needed it. And some of those homes are still standing because of those firefighters that came out and did that defensible space around it. Our firefighter crews are doing tremendous work.
Yeah, and the dozers. I mean, you go around to all the houses around here, you see a ring around all the houses. The dozers are what, you know, on the initial fire, the dozers are the ones who are in there doing the dirty work. And obviously, the aircraft, the people up above.
Oh, yeah. CAL FIRE engages in fuels reduction work and fire prevention activities year-round. Preventing uncontrolled wildfire spread in CAL FIRE's protection areas is a vital part of our mission. These activities include the removal or reduction of overgrown vegetation through the use of prescribed fire, tree thinning, pruning, chipping, and roadway clearance. In order to track this valuable work being done in communities across the state, CAL FIRE has developed a Fuels Reduction Project Viewer tool, which provides stakeholders with an in-depth look at the work in progress this year, as well as completed projects from the last fiscal year. This new tool is available by clicking on the Fuels Reduction Project Viewer link right on our homepage at fire.ca.gov. You can also find an in-depth video on the Fuels Reduction Project Viewer page demonstrating the tool, how it is used, and all its functions. Did you know that CAL FIRE supports workforce development programs across the state? Jobs in forestry and fire protection are expanding to meet the demand for forest management work. From community college programs like the Reedley College Wildland program that is training new wildland firefighters, a new forestry program at Lake Tahoe Community College, to long-running programs like the Forestry Institute for Teachers and the Forestry Challenge. CAL FIRE is joining private industry and others in an effort to meet the demand. At Shasta College, they recently expanded their heavy equipment operations program to include forestry-specific equipment. This video shows what students are learning in the field.
This is their new program. Students learn all about logging operation. They learn how to identify trees, why it's important to manage our forest, and then they actually learn about the whole logging process.
We initially heard about this program as it was part of a grant solicitation that we funded. We were very excited to see the industry and Shasta Community College come together to start developing this program, and we looked at that as an opportunity to invest money in workforce development. We're helping rural economies, but larger than that, this sort of work is to treat those landscapes for endemic types of insects and diseases, but also for fire, and make them more resilient to climate change.
Before this program, it was generations coming up, fathers teaching kids, and we don't have that anymore. There's not a lot of that going on, and so this program is super important to introduce people to what logging is all about.
It really benefits us to have people and future potential employees who they've actually already decided once they go through this program that they want to work in the woods.
We needed the next generation of workforce. This truly was that perfect partnership, and with CAL FIRE's grants, it really made this all come together and happen.
It was a blast. It's something I never imagined I would really be doing, and now that I get to experience it, it's a thrill.
And that's the CAL FIRE report for August 15th, 2022. For regular updates on significant wildfires, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And for tips on how to keep your home and family safe when disaster strikes near you, please visit readyforwildfire.org. I'm Battalion Chief Isaac Sanchez, and have a safe week.